At the end of chapter 1040, we saw that Shamrock wants to start the game. I believe this game will lead to the hunting games, which will then trigger Ragnarok, and I will explain why. Let's start with the hints about Ragnarok. 2 chapters ago, we found out that there are 3 worlds. The first and second were destroyed, and the third one is about to be destroyed as well, with the final war approaching soon. In Wano, Oda has already foreshadowed how the story at Elbaf will unfold. One of Kaido's attacks is called Conqueror of 3 Worlds Ragnarok. At Elbaf, Loki himself has said that he will bring about the end of the world, and in Norse mythology, Ragnarok is triggered by the Norse god Loki and marks the final destruction of the world. Like Fenrir and Garm, the Hellhound, Loki will be trapped until Ragnarok, when he will break free and lead the forces of chaos. Literal chaos. I don't remember any character being hyped this much. At first, we found out that he killed his father, ate a legendary devil fruit, and that nearly every Elbaf giant struggled to stop him. Later, even the celestial dragons asked him to join the Holy Knights, and then Skapar revealed that no one was able to stop him except Shanks. We don't even know what happened during their fight, so after Loki breaks free, I'm sure he will go on a full rampage. On the mural, in the last part of the speech, the sun is reborn and a new dawn will break refers to the rebirth of the earth, just like in Ragnarok. Ragnarok, often translated as Twilight of the Gods, is a powerful and apocalyptic event that signifies the end of the current world and the birth of a new one. Just like Ragnarok, the One Piece world will be swallowed by the ocean. Maybe that's where we'll see the all blue, but before that, let's talk about how the war at Elbaf will start. At the end of chapter 1040, we saw that Shamrock wants to start the game. His current goal is to kidnap all the children, but he will most likely fail. Skapar is the father of one of these kids, and the Straw Hats are also there, so no one will let Shamrock do as he pleases. Shamrock wanted to control all of Elbaf, but he failed to convince Loki to join the Holy Knights. Now, he wants to either control or destroy the entire country. Harold was also mentioned in this chapter. Why did they talk about Harold's funeral? Or why did some of them already know what Elbaf looked like? Some theories suggest that Harold was one of the Holy Knights, which is why he removed his horns. This could also be the reason Loki killed his father and why he hates the Celestial Dragon so much. This is a topic for another video, but my point is that up until now, the Holy Knights have had some level of control over Elbaf. Mother Carmel is a good example, and if Harold was working with the world government, it would explain why the Holy Knights haven't made their move until now. If Shamrock wants to control or destroy Elbaf, kidnapping children isn't the best strategy, and as I mentioned earlier, he also failed to make Loki join them, so his best option now is to start the hunting games at Elbaf. This would help him destroy the country while also securing food supplies for the Celestial Dragons. Even in this chapter, it was mentioned that the situation at Marijois has gotten much worse. Maybe the Gorosei want to discuss the hunting games with Shamrock, which is why he has to return. The native hunting competition is a triennial contest exclusively for the world nobles. It involves an island-wide manhunt where the slaughter of the resident population is converted into points, with victory awarded to the top scorer. If the Celestial Dragons enjoy watching the Holy Knights kill ordinary people, I'm sure they'll enjoy watching the Giants even more. But things won't go as smoothly as they expect. We already have the Straw Hats, Skapar and the Giants, including Loki. Of course, the remaining Holy Knights will arrive as well. This will lead to the Revolutionary Army making their move, and that's how Ragnarok will begin. I believe history will repeat itself. Just as the Rocks pirates invaded God Valley 38 years ago, the Blackbeard pirates will do the same. We all know that Shanks is after Teach, so it's natural to expect the red-haired pirates to appear in this war as well. But I think it will play out differently than expected. Loki doesn't care about the Straw Hats or the Holy Knights. When he breaks free, he won't stay at Elbaf to fight. His goal is to destroy the world, meaning his rampage will extend to other islands. Even if he does remain in Elbaf for a while, there's only one character who can stop him: Shanks. That's why Shanks will return, but it won't be just Shanks. If Shanks is keeping an eye on Blackbeard's every move, then Teach is doing the exact same thing. And let's be real, Teach has outplayed everyone so far. Every decision he's ever made has been strategic, always waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That's why I believe Blackbeard will use the situation to his advantage and go after Shanks while the red-haired pirates are distracted trying to stop Loki. This will be the moment when we finally see the long-awaited battle between the red-haired pirates pirates and the Blackbeard pirates. At the start of this year, Oda hinted that two characters will finally fight. There is no fight in One Piece that has been foreshadowed more than Blackbeard versus Shanks, so if Oda was referring to this, we may finally see it by the end of the year. In this chaos, the Marines, the Gorosei, and the Cross Guild won't just watch from afar. They will join the war, and that war will be Ragnarok, the final war of One Piece. And don't forget about the Straw Hat Grand Fleet either. In chapter 1086, Figurlin Garling was officially revealed, and we saw him crucifying Don Quixote Miosgard for aiding Sai and Leo in attacking Charlos. After Sai and Leo attacked Charlos, they proudly declared that they were members of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. With this in mind, the Celestial Dragons will surely remember that it was Luffy himself who first assaulted Saint Charlos at Sabaody. Adding all of this together, it seems highly likely that Luffy and his Grand Fleet are now the primary targets of the Celestial Dragon's wrath. Sai and Leo in particular are in serious danger, and I believe this extends to all members of the Grand Fleet and even their allies such as Fishman Island. This is the beginning of the Grand Fleet incident that was foreshadowed 300 chapters ago. Also, why do you think Oda introduced us to God Valley and Rox D. Zebek out of nowhere? He didn't even show what actually happened in that arc, so we'll surely return to it. He just gave us a glimpse of what the hunting games look like, meaning he will use the same theme at Elbaph. The war at Elbaph will have many parallels with God Valley, and at the same time, Oda will slowly reveal the details of what happened 38 years ago. Did Figurlin Garling actually scar Whitebeard? Why was he called the champion of God Valley? How did Rox D. Zebek, the world's biggest criminal, die while his entire crew survived? What exactly did Roger and Garp do during the battle? We also have Kuma and Skopper Gaban at Elbaph, both characters who were present during the God Valley incident. Skopper Gaban is the perfect character to reveal all of this. As for Kuma, he's still unconscious, but I'm sure he still has a major role to play. Oda didn't kill him off during the Egghead arc, and surviving after punching one of the Gorosei while being nearly dead seems impossible without some plot armor. This will be the greatest arc of One Piece, not just because of the powerful characters fighting, but because of the long-awaited reunions. Luffy and Dragon, Luffy and Shanks, Usopp and Yasopp, and many more. All four Yonko, the Revolutionary Army, the Giants, the Holy Knights, and the Marines being on the same island will make Marineford look like nothing in comparison. We already saw how the Cross Guild put bounties on Marines, turning them from hunters into the hunted. Now, the Celestial Dragons expect the Giants to be the prey in their hunting competition, but instead, they will be the ones hunted by the pirates and the Revolutionary Army. Their lives are already getting more difficult, far more than before. First, they struggled with food shortages, and now there seems to be an emergency situation at Marijoa. Now, we even know over half of the Celestial family names, meaning they are becoming more relevant to the story. Their time has come to an end. The central figures of this battle will, of course, be the Holy Knights. They are the ones tasked with protecting Celestial Dragons from their enemies. Some theories suggest that there are 9 of them, while others claim there are 12, which honestly is not a huge number considering the overwhelming forces they'll be up against, including the Straw Hats, the Giants, and the Revolutionary Army. But don't underestimate them. The Holy Knights are said to be the strongest organization within the world government, which controls the entire world. And let's not forget, the Revolutionary Army has been waiting for their move for years. I wouldn't be surprised if each member is at least Admiral level. From what we've seen so far, they all seem to possess extraordinary powers. Gunko's Devil Fruit and her combat abilities are already impressive, so much so that Skopper Gaban could sense her powerful haki. We still don't know Shamrock's abilities, but the fact that his sword alone was enough to make Loki fearful speaks volumes about his strength. And then we have the 2 new Holy Knights who look even more terrifying. Saint Killingham possesses a mythical Zoan Kirin Devil Fruit, and Saint Somaz seems even tougher. One thing is clear. Oda has put a lot of thought into their designs and their roles in the story. And if that wasn't enough, the fact that Shanks' brother is leading them confirms just how significant they are. Most of us expect the Straw Hats or the Revolutionary Army to take them on. And yes, fighters like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Dragon, and Sabo are definitely strong enough for one-on-one battles. But I believe that some of the Holy Knights will require more than one opponent to be taken down. There's even a chance that Luffy and Dragon will combine their forces to take on the Holy Knights together. Imagine father and son standing side by side, taking down the world government's strongest warriors. Of course, these are just just predictions, but everything points to this great war. The name of Kaido's attack, the mural at Elbaph, the sudden revelation of God Valley and the hunting games, the Holy Knight's actions, which are linked to the Revolutionary Army's movements, and so on. Write what you think about this theory in the comments and let me know who else you think will join the final war. That's it for today. If you want to learn more about the Revolutionary Army's attack on the Holy Knights, you can watch this video right here. Thanks for watching. Bye.